What's up, everybody? This is Axel Fuentes, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Tascam DR40 digital field recorder, which is what you're listening to right now. So yeah, this is a field recorder. It has two condenser microphones right there, and it has two external inputs for other microphones. And it works pretty well. It has multiple different recording modes, and mine came with a 4GB SD card. And I actually used this in one of my projects for school, an interview with my science teacher. So I'm going to move this over to the desk, and we're going to get a better look at it. So here we have the DR40 by Tascam. This is the competition for another field recorder called the Zoom H4n, I believe. I decided to go with this one because it has pretty good reviews. Anyway, so looking right at it here on the front, we have the control area. We have several buttons, we have the display. We have two microphones right here that has two built-in mics, and you can have them in XY position, or you can switch them to be in AB position. And then, yeah, you have your standard record, stop, play buttons, a couple other buttons here. And then you have a couple of lights right here, which indicate your recording mode. This thing has multiple recording modes, so this one tells you which one you're using. And then this right here is your peak light or your clip light, when you're too loud. Alright, if you look over here, we have the headphone output, and we have the external input volume selector. We can have it in line level and mic level. Now remember, line level and mic level signals have different volume levels. So line, mic, or mic plus phantom. If you're using a condenser microphone, for example, a condenser shotgun microphone, you can put it right there and it'll power your microphones and you won't need to have a battery in them. I have no idea what this button right here does. I haven't messed around with it. And then this is the input level volume control. This lets you change the input level for all the different sources. Right here on this side we have the external microphone inputs. They are locking combo jacks. So again, you can plug in XLR or 1/4 inch, and once you plug them in, they will lock. So that cable's staying in there and it is not going anywhere. And then right here you also have a remote input. Tascam does make a wired remote for this, and you can connect it right there. I don't have it, but I might get it in the future if I think that I need it. And then on this side we have the USB port, and we have the SD card slots. I already have a 4GB SD card in there. And then right here up top we have the microphone again, and battery cover, and there's the thread if you want to put it on a tripod. And there's the built-in speaker. Now this built-in speaker actually works pretty well, unlike other recorders I've seen where the built-in speaker is crap. So let's power it on. We'll do that by holding down this button. I said we'll do that by holding down this button. There we go. And it says Tascam DR40. I'll zoom in here on the display. And as you can see right there, I already have a couple of things recorded, which I'm using for this video. So this does have multiple recording modes, so I'll just go ahead and go through them. So we have, let's start from the bottom here. We have mono, so it'll record both of those mics, but mono. We have stereo, so obviously it'll record stereo channels. Dual mode. Now this one is one that I like to use. It'll record one track, it'll record two tracks, well, two of the same track at different volume levels. So that way, the second one is what's called a safety track. So that way, if the first one is too loud, you can use the second one as your safety track. So this is the mode that I like to use, dual mode. Then you have 4-channel, so it'll record these two microphones up here, and it'll record the inputs down here at the same time. And then you can actually delay the two inputs if you want. And you have the MSD code. I have no idea what that is for. I choose not to use it. And then the final recording mode is Overdub, which is for field musicians, I guess. I guess they could use it. So you can basically record one thing and then record another thing on top of it. So and you can basically record an entire song with that. So I'll just put it back in dual, which is the mode that I like to use. And then here you can choose your source. Internal mics stereo, internal mics, well, by internal mics it means these two. Internal mic mono, oops. External in 1, 2, so it'll take both of the external inputs right there and record one on the left channel and one on the right channel. External independent, it'll record both of them just separate channels. And the external input 1, which is just the left side. And then here you have you can set the level for your second channel down to -12 dB. And you have level control if you want it, so peak reduction, auto level, limiter, and yeah. And then your MSD code, which I don't know what it's for. And yeah, that's basically the recording mode. So I'll just keep it on dual for now. And then in the menu you have recording settings, playing settings, browse settings, and a couple of other settings, which you don't really need to concern yourself with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this microphone in right here. There, you can see it snapped into place. And then I'm going to demonstrate the recording feature for you. So now you're going to hear me through this post-processing. So when I press the record button, it'll go on standby mode, so you can see the red light's blinking, and it's picking me up. I'm talking into the microphone off camera right now. So I'm talking into it, and as you can see, it's has one level at, that's the wrong source actually, it says int. Okay, so let's cancel the recording. Yeah, so see, it changed my input source to internal mic stereo, so I want the external. So I'll just choose external in 1. Alright, that's better. So as you can see, now it's in standby mode, and it is picking up my voice. And as you can see, it also has, it's picking me up at one volume and at another volume. So that way, if I happen to talk too loud, which you can see it peaks, I have a safety track. So now we can actually record something. Okay, this is my test track that I'm recording right now live. As you can see, it is recording at 2 different volumes for safety. So if I happen to talk too loud, as you can see, I still have a backup track to prevent that, so I can still edit it. And then I can stop the recording and it'll be in there. So yeah, and that's pretty much all there is to this device. Several different recording functions, and also, like I said before, it does have phantom power, so I can use it with a condenser microphone, which I will demonstrate right now. Okay guys, so I have my Sterling S50 connected to the Tascam DR40, and it does power and record from the microphone. So I had to flip this switch here on the side to its lowest position, which is mic plus phantom, and it gives the full 48 volts phantom power, so it will power any condenser microphone. So as you can see, in spoken word it works pretty well, but let's see how it stands up to singing. Già il sole dal Gange, già il sole dal Gange, più chiaro sfavilla, più chiaro sfavilla, più chiaro sfavilla. Yeah, it stands up pretty well to that. Col raggio dorato, in gemma onista. Alright, you got the point. So what is my final verdict on this recorder? 5 stars, and I do recommend it. I recommend it for musicians, audio engineers, and filmmakers. All those groups will have great uses for this little recorder. And also for filmmakers, it does power shotgun condenser microphones, so you won't need to be changing the batteries on those. You can just use the power right off of this. But yeah, definitely recommend it. Tons of features. You don't have to use the built-in microphones. You can pick your favorite microphones and use those, and you're good to go. So this has been the video review for the Tascam DR40. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.